Who's out? All right. Here we are. Look at that, man. Don't I look handsome? Do I look good or what? Robin, I'm very excited tonight. We have lots of fun.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fun in store.
Is the show almost over? There's only an hour left.
A show like this, you don't want to rush.
All right, here's the deal. On tonight's show, I have, you ever see the movie Goodfellas?
Who
Hello?
has seen that movie?
Is anybody watching? Did you ever see the movie Goodfellas? All right. Well, on Goodfellas, remember the guy, Henry Hill?
Yeah.
All right. He's now in the witness protection program. He's hiding.
Well, he says yes and maybe not.
All right. We have him on the show tonight via satellite because he's hiding from the mob. If the mob finds him, they'll kill him.
I don't think the federal government is paying for this anymore. I think he's hiding on his own.
Yeah, but of course he's willing to risk life and limb to be on our show. So anyway, we thought we'd have some fun since he's on satellite and he can't see us or hear us. Henry Hill can't see us when he's on satellite.
Thank goodness, because I don't want him to know what I look like.
Yeah, and I know that I don't look that good tonight, and I would hate for him to see me like this. I don't look like my usual handsome self. So anyway, sitting here tonight is writer Fred Norris. Fred, we figured that we got this all planned out. We don't want to do a boring interview with Henry Hill. So Fred Norris is going to play Dr. Stanley Charles, right?
Dr. Stanley Charles.
And Fred is going to pretend to be a guy who says Henry Hill has 3 weeks left to live, that the mob has found him.
Oh.
All right?
Great.
Now, Al, who is a new writer on our show, but if Al doesn't write something funny very soon, he's going to be the old writer off the show. But Al's job will be to play a woman who says her son was killed due to Henry Hill, her husband. Her husband was killed.
You decided it's your husband.
Yeah. All right, Al, do your female voice so people...
Henry Hill is responsible for the death of my husband.
See? He should be real fooled by that.
But he can't see.
You think this is going to work?
No, he can't see.
All right, so Al will play a woman, Fred will play a doctor, and then when we come back, Henry Hill will be on satellite.
All right.
All right? Do you have that picture of him on satellite? He can't hear us yet. I don't even know. We don't have that picture up yet? Let me take a look at that. See, that's him. He can't hear us yet, right, Henry? I thought that was a disguise he wears.
Every time I see him on TV, he looks exactly like this.
All right, so we'll see if we can freak Henry Hill out next, okay? When we come back. Don't move from your television. It's a goof. We're going to goof with Henry. It's those lovely Latino boys, those cute little cockroaches. It's a menudo. Menudo.
This is so romantic. You, me, the ocean.
Oh, what was that? Yeah, look at this. Boy, we got a big show tonight. Look who is on my TV screen. Mr. Henry Hill, the ex-mafia man himself. Look at you, Henry. Say hello, Henry.
Yeah, I want to change my disguise. Hold on. Hi, Howard.
Look at that. Now, you look a little like Mel Brooks, I think.
Hold on, Howard.
Now, I guess...
Wait, do I look better now?
Now, I guess a guy who kills people for a living isn't nervous on TV, is he? Huh? Look at that. That's a disguise for you. There you go.
Nobody will catch you now.
Nobody will recognize you now. That's our producer, Dan Foreman. All right, Henry, take that down for a minute. Henry, you had contacted us on the radio. You're a big fan of the TV show. Now, let's remind people who you are. You are the man from the movie Goodfellas, the real-life guy that it was based on. You were a murderer for the mob. Am I correct?
Howard, I told you there's certain things we must elude on a TV show.
Well, but you admit that in the movie you kill people.
I was there.
You were there. You were there when...
I buried the hole. I dug the hole. I put the lime on top of them.
Right, but you never
That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now, what about this beard? This is glued on, or is that really the way you look?
That's really the way I look, Howard.
You are
in my disguise. What?
Henry, let me tell you something. We've got some people here in our studio.
Oh, my God.
Who are very familiar with you. I know you can't see us, but we can see you and they can see you. And let me introduce to you. Let me tell you who's sitting here. Of course, Robin Quivers, you know.
Hi, Henry.
Yes.
And our first guest is a man you may have heard of, Dr. Stanley Charles. Have you heard of Dr. Charles, Henry?
Is that my plastic surgeon?
No. This is Stanley Charles, who, of course, is the author of the book Hide and Seek. This is an expose of the government's witness protection program. Now,
Never read it.
really?
Will you send me a copy of it?
In your book, Dr. Charles, you claim that people who turn state's evidence and then go into hiding from the mob are not really safe. Tell Henry about that.
That's correct, Howard. The witness protection program simply does not work.
Right.
Organized crime infiltrated the program as long as 6 years ago through a strategy of bribery, extortion, and blackmail of key officials. The mob now has easy access
Howard, can I
to
say
all
something?
the program's
Yes.
records.
Cal, can I jump in?
Yeah, well, the doctor wrote a book about this, and what I think Dr. Charles is saying, that you would expect that a lot of the witnesses would now be dead, wouldn't you?
A lot of them are.
I see.
The average life expectancy of a witness who enters this program is now down to about 18 months.
Howard.
Yeah.
Howard, is this guy for real? Is he
Yeah.
a psychiatrist? Or, I
No.
mean, is he a real doctor?
Yeah, he is a doctor. He's a psychiatrist.
Well, he doesn't know anything about the witness protection program. It's
well,
probably one of the finest
beg to
things that the
differ, Mr.
government ever
Hill.
implicated.
But
I
let me
beg
ask
to
you this.
differ.
Why haven't we heard about any of this before, Doctor?
Well, obviously, if the FBI were to allow this information to become public, they would never be able to convince anyone to become an informant.
Well, what about Mr. Hill here? He survived for years. Are you familiar with his
Yes,
case?
I am.
11 and a half years.
Now, what can you tell me specifically? Do you have information about Henry Hill?
Well, according to my sources and the information that I've gathered through some FBI contacts, Mr. Hill will be dead within 3 weeks.
Oh, no.
What about that, Henry? You will be dead within 3 weeks, according to this doctor.
Tell the doctor to take 3 pills and go to sleep. I'll talk to him in 4 weeks.
You don't believe it, do you?
Come on. Tell him to get a life.
All right, Henry, I want you to meet another person in our studio today.
Sure.
All right. Now, we all know the movie Goodfellas was a good movie, but let's not forget that criminals affect the lives of real people. Our other guest is one of those real people. What is your name, please?
My name is Mrs. Juanita Morris, and I'm from Long Island City.
And how has Henry Hill affected your life?
Henry Hill is responsible for the death of my husband, Vernon.
Who?
Well,
My
Vernon.
husband, Vernon Morris.
Now, Vernon Morris is related to Henry Hill. How? How did Henry Hill kill your husband?
I'm nervous. My husband was a security guard out at the airport, and after the Lufthansa robbery, they all got fired. And my husband, got all depressed, and he started drinking, and he killed himself by shutting himself up in the garage and letting the car engine run. He run a hose from the engine.
Now,
Well, that
Henry.
sounds like suicide.
Henry,
No, but he's responsible for it.
it sounds like Henry Hill is responsible for your husband's suicide, is what you're claiming?
That's exactly right.
Henry, what do you think about that after the Lufthansa heist?
Mrs. Morris, I am very sorry for your husband's death. I also had a lot of affiliates that died a little. They died not as nice as your husband died.
Oh, my husband died nice.
What do you think should be done with Henry
He
Hill?
took his life.
What do you think should be done with Henry Hill?
I think electrocution's too good for scum like him.
Right.
I'd like to
Hey,
get,
ma'am.
I'd like
Hey,
to get,
Vernon.
I'd like
Hey,
to.
Vernon.
That's
That's
Mrs.
Mrs.
Morris to you.
Mrs.
Don't you mention my husband's name.
Mrs. Morris, Henry.
Mrs. Morris, I have all the empathy in the world for your husband. I feel for you. If there's anything I can do, let Howard know, and I'll contact.
Well, what would you like to do? You say you'd like to kill?
I'd like to. He wants to do me a favor. He could die. I'd like to get my hands around his neck and kill him myself.
Wow, Henry.
You know why Henry Hill gets away with this?
Why?
Because he's white. That's why.
What? Well,
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Hey, Robin,
put him
jump
in,
in,
that,
Robin. Give me a hand
Put him in
here.
that
Henry, it
damn
seems like you
program.
don't even care no matter
Robin,
what this.
jump
Do
in
you
here.
feel the least bit guilty about what this woman is saying? I know you can't see her. I know
I
that.
feel terrible about her husband's death.
So now you're out making money off your movies and everything else. You must have made a lot of money from the movie Goodfellas.
A few dollars.
Don't you feel a little guilty that the fact that you're making money and this woman is now left a widow?
She's a widow.
Does she need a few dollars?
She's crying in our
we'll start
studio.
a fund for her.
I don't want
Howard.
none of your filthy money.
Well-
I don't want none of that.
Stop crying, ma'am. She's
Very
crying,
emotional.
Henry.